Hello everyone, welcome back to another soda review video where today we'll be taking a look at orange sodas. Now when it comes to sodas, really orange is one of your classic soda flavors. When people think soda, they probably think cola, root beer, and of course orange. So we'll be taking a look at three of the most common, popular orange soda flavors. Now all of these brands do have a lot of other flavors that they make, like grape soda, strawberry, pineapple, a lot of different flavors that they have, but the orange ones are really the staple of the brands and what they're most known for. The first one we'll take a look at is with Fanta. Now, Fanta is definitely one of the most well-known. Most people probably had orange Fanta at some point or one of their other flavors, but it's a bit interesting about how this flavor got its start. Fanta was first made in Germany in the 1940s. Uh, Now, before World War II started, there were a lot of Coca-Cola factories being set up in Germany. The drink was becoming fairly popular there. But once the war started, for obvious reasons, the US stopped sending Germany the syrup and ingredients to make Coca-Cola. So you had all these factories that couldn't make Coke anymore. So the person who was in charge of those factories at the time, Max Keith, he didn't want to give up on those factories. So he started scraping together different ingredients, a lot of different fruit scraps and purees and anything they could find to make a new fruit flavored soda that they called Fanta. And the name Fanta actually came from the German word fantasy, or fantasy in English. So really giving that soda a catchy name to make people want to drink this new kind of thrown together soda that they made. But after the war, Coca-Cola came back to Germany and saw this new fruit soda that they made and said, hey, we want to continue that. And they actually started making it in Italy in 1955, where they gave it more of that orange citrus flavor that it has today. So that brand has really evolved since then and is found worldwide. Now, the next brand we'll take a look at is Crush. Now, Crush, surprisingly in my research, is really considered the oldest and the sort of the original orange soda. Crush was made in 1906 in Chicago in the US. Now, Crush has really developed a lot over the decades. It's been sort of its ownership has been tossed around through a few different companies. Today, it's part of the larger Keurig Dr. Pepper company. They own the brand and produce it, but it's actually distributed by PepsiCo in the US, which is kind of an odd arrangement. Internationally, a lot of soda brands work together, but domestically, it's a bit unusual. So kind of a unique arrangement that Dr. Pepper and Pepsi have there. But Crush is also fairly internationally known, mostly in South America. Starting in the 1970s, they really started branching out there when a lot of orange and kind of citrusy flavored sodas were getting popular. Next, we have the newest of our three brands here, our last one being Sunkist. Now, Sunkist was created back in 1979, so still fairly old, but the youngest of our group here. And it gets its name from the Sunkist growers in California. Now, this is a cooperative of a lot of citrus fruit farmers. And in the 70s, they were wanting to branch out outside of fruit and got into the soft drink game. And that group is still around today, and they make oranges and other fruits. You can actually see the name Sunkist on this orange here. So there is a relation between the fruit and the soda. But Sunkist is owned and produced by the Keurig Dr. Pepper company today, but they still have a licensing agreement with that Sunkist company for using the actual name in the soda there. So the original soda actually did have a certain percentage of fruit juice in it, but it doesn't nowadays, but it's sort of developed from there. All right, well, now that we've talked a bit about the history of those orange sodas, we are going to do a blind taste test here. I've had a buddy help me set these up, so I don't know which is which in this lineup here. So I'm going to see if I can tell the difference or what's similar and different between these different flavors. So we'll start with this one here, soda number one. Okay, well, definitely very orangey, but which one is this? I may get this completely wrong, but I think this might be Sunkist. I feel like it's a little weaker than some of the other ones. So I'm gonna say Sunkist for now on this first one. All right, let's try the second one. Now, that one's a bit more tart, I think. I don't know, it's kind of crazy. They're all so similar. Maybe Fanta on that one? We'll go and say Fanta for now. That might change my answer. Okay, that one's very orangey compared to the others. I mean, almost like orange juice kind of orange on that. Wow. Okay, well, from what I know about Sunkist, that's a little more orangey. I think this last one is probably Sunkist. Then these, I'm gonna go back down the line. We'll see. God, it's so hard. I don't know. Well, I'm pretty confident that this is Sunkist. And then okay. I'm gonna say Sunkist, Crush, Fanta. We're changing it up a bit. No, we're changing it. Sunkist, Fanta, Crush. All right, let's go ahead and reveal. Oh man, I had them all wrong. So after the taste test, I went ahead and poured out each of these sodas into a glass here to kind of show the color comparison. They're really all about the same kind of bright orange color. I think Sunkist is maybe a little bit lighter, kind of a bit murkier when it comes to that color. But from the flavors of these, Fanta definitely tastes a lot more kind of like orange juice, kind of that tart, more citrus flavor. Crush was a bit more on the tart, sour side, and Sunkist, I feel like was a bit sweeter, kind of a little more mellow when it comes to that orange soda. So really, all of these are pretty similar. They're all pretty great. If you're looking for an orange soda, definitely go with any of these options. I think it really just comes down to your brand preference or kind of the very slight differences between each of these flavors. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope y'all enjoyed this orange soda review here today. If you did enjoy, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff, and I'll see you in the next episode.